Welcome to Adventures in Wonderland. I did about 3 dozen webinars during 2012, and there were a number of shortcomings that were just extremely annoying about webinars, in that they're too long, they're too difficult to schedule if you want people to attend in 24 different time zones, and they're actually too long to sit through the amount of information that you really want to try and cram into one or two sessions, and for people to be able to attend a series of 8 to 10 sessions is next to impossible. So I continued to look for an approach to being able to convey a set of understanding in a manner that is more conducive to the people that it's created for being able to spend the appropriate amount of time and absorb it in a way that's comfortable to them. So what I'm going to present you now is the current state of that evolution. And for those of you who have been with me for the last 10 days, or the first 10 days of doing this, about 10 days ago, I actually thought I had an approach, and I started down a path of actually developing the modules to do this, though every day or two the and what appeared to be a much better approach for doing this popped up, so that it was one step forward, 2 steps forward, one step back, redesign, one step forward. So for those of you who have been trying to follow this for the first 10 days, my apologies. It's probably been terribly, terribly confusing, but I think it has finally settled down. So what the concept now consists of is building a set of Insight Maker concept models. Insight Maker being a free web-based modeling and simulation environment. Building a model that presents a concept as the relationship between a number of elements. Now, don't try and build too much into this particular model that you're looking at. It's just a sample for it so that it can be a model. So it depicts a number of elements that are related to each other for one reason or another, and that whole model, in fact, has a number of tags associated to help searchability in the future, and they're actually queued into Insight Maker so that one can click on them and find all of the similar modules that are of the same tags. And each element has a description, comments attached to it, and if you mouse over an element, a little eye appears, and if you click on it, you can read the note, and you can click the eye again to close it, or click the close box, and they will stay open until such time as you actually close them. Elements may, in fact, because the whole model is a concept, certain elements of the model may represent concepts that should in fact be further elaborated, so that some elements of the model may have links on them, such as this one, which is a link to another model, and if you click that, it will open the model that it connects to. You can then go back. There may be references, and if you click on the notes for the references, there'll be links in the references that you can use. There is likely to be a link to a discussion where you can ask questions or provide your thoughts about the concept that you have just gone through in Insight Maker. Now, as I said, this model represents a concept, and you may want to zoom in on a concept to further elaborate that particular element of the model. This entire concept may in fact be an elaboration of some element of some other model, so there may in fact be a zoom out to a broader view, or a more expansive concept. And once the model is done, the model represents the basis for a video with a voiceover, which is what I'm doing right now at the moment. And when the video is done, it gets stuck in YouTube, and a button gets placed in the Insight Maker model itself so that you can read the notes about the model, or you can click and watch a video about the model. And we've set it up so that the YouTube videos open in a pop-out mode, so that it takes up the whole screen, and you can in fact resize it if you care to or like to. You can adjust the quality of the presentation of that particular video, and when you're finished with the video, you can just close it, go back to the model. And then the question is, once I've got this whole set of concept modules, they need to be strung together in a way that a person can meaningfully walk through what I refer to as a learning thread. It's a sequence of concept modules that are put together to assist one in understanding some particular subject or undertaking. Now, in the last 10 days, this structuring of the modules has gone through at least 4 or 5 different approaches, though finally I think I've hit upon one which is the best of numerous alternatives, so that the concept model itself gets added to a map, which is done in co-mapping, and that is set up in such a way that there is a learning thread that one pursues, and it usually doesn't take this long to load, so that it's all adventures in Wonderland, and following the individual items, there are multiple, one or more links available, so that here is a link back to the Insight Maker model. This is a link to the YouTube video. Here's a link to the LinkedIn discussion about this particular learning thread. So this is in a wiki page, systemswiki.org, and you can get to this page from the navigation bar on every single page. The outline is live, meaning that you can expand and contract it as appropriate to navigate through this learning thread. And if there isn't enough room here, well, you can actually zoom in and zoom out, make this larger or smaller. You can, if the view isn't large enough, you can go to a full window view and look at all of it on the page, so you have much more room to work with. And you can tell what the extent of the development, because here there are Insight Maker models developed, but there are no videos yet, so it's currently under development. This is a learning thread that Jeff McDonald in Sydney is working on, having to do with shaping a healthier future. Here is the content for the most of the webinars that were done during 2012, and the content of those webinars will be restructured into this Adventures in Wonderland format, and hopefully this format is in fact stable and not going to change again for a while, because I'm just getting tired of doing it over and over again. So hope this has been informative enough to get you started. Would really appreciate you going to the discussion in LinkedIn and offering, oh, you have to click the links in this map. You need to double click on links to actually get them to activate. But go to the current discussion in LinkedIn about enabling a better tomorrow and offer your thoughts about the current state of this concept. So hope this has been helpful. See you in the next video. Bye.